So what are the 5 pillars of astrology? And so the 5 pillars of astrology, they are 9 planets, 12 rasis, 12 houses, then 27 nakshatras, and fifth is the dasa system that we are going to see here. So here we will be covering basic astrology basically and basic vastu, and then we will be linking both this subject which is necessary for astro vastu point of view. So when we do any normal vastu, so if we apply these rules of astro vastu, we can have added benefit due to the specific chart for a specific of a specific person, and we can get that added benefit in our consultations or in our own work. So that is the reason we do this. We add this science of chart reading or astrology into vastu. So now this is a basic, what we call as the horoscope or a chart of any given person. And there is something mentioned in a diamond structure, that is, this is something is first house, second house, third house. So one has to practice this and write it, because these are the things that are fixed. This first house, second house. So when you will see a chart, you will find that nothing is written as first house, second house over there. So we have to take this into consideration, and it is a thing that is going to be there. So first house, second house, third house, these are fixed, and normally these are not mentioned in any given horoscope. But some softwares, they have in some color form written, or in some softwares they have it in Roman figures. But not every software has this. So, but this is a thing that in the background we must be aware that which is the first house, which is the fourth house, 8th house, 10th house, and 12th house, and all that. So this is you have to practice, because you will not find this written in the actual chart later on. And now you see that in that same chart, now there is something written in this. So there are these numbers written in normal numerical form. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you see, it is going in anti-clockwise format. So these are called as Rashi numbers, in any given chart. And you will find these numbers only in any given horoscope or any given chart. And also this will be different. So what they are, I will explain that. So in anti-clockwise direction, from 1 to 12, these numbers are the Rashi numbers. And the first house, second house is fixed. So what is there in 7th house, 7th Rashi is there. But in the next side, you will see this is changing. And now the numbers have changed. So now if you see, in the 10th house, it is 11 number Rashi. In the first house, it is second number Rashi. So this is what we have to remember. This house is first only, but there is a second number Rashi which has come in this first house. And similarly, in the another slide, you will find a totally different set of numbers. In the first house, but there is some number called as 8 over there. So that simply means that there is an 8th Rashi that has come here in the first house. Then if you see in the 4th house, there is this 11th Rashi. So how will I interpret this? My 11th Rashi, it is in the 4th house, or my first Rashi, it is in the 6th house. That is how we have to see. So all these 12 Rashis you have to make, in the homework or for your own purpose, study purpose. From 1 to 12, you have to make 12 such charts, and then in the first column, in the first house, write this number 1, and write all the other numbers. Then similarly 2 number in the first house. Similarly up to 12 you have to do this practice, and you have to practice this every day. Why you have to practice? Because if anyone just says his lagna, this first house is also called as ascendant or the lagna stan, and this chart is called the lagna chart. So I will just say, this is my lagna, 5 number Rashi. So you must be able to make a horoscope, a chart in your own mind. And okay, if 5 number Rashi is there in my first house, that means which number Rashi will be in my second house, or my 10th house, or my 11th house. That picture should come in your mind. So then you can immediately tell that person to do something, without seeing his chart also, and without any, software. So with practice, it will come. So you have to practice this, which numbers come in which house for all the 12 Rashis. Now we will go forward, and one by one, I will explain this. So first column is about, which planet comes. There are 9 planets that we have in a chart, in a horoscope that we read. So what are those 9 planets? What are the directions of it? and which Rashis come in those planets, which Rashis are governed by a particular planet. So if you see sun planet, I will directly first read the direction and Rashi, and a color later on I will speak. So the direction that is related with sun is east direction, and the Rasi that is governed by sun, it is the fifth Rasi, 5 number Rasi. The names and all also will come in my next slide. And so second thing is the moon. So moon is governed by northwest direction and 4th number Rasi. Mangal, which is also called as Mars. So these names are written in English and Hindi both, but phonetically in English here, in letter form. So Mangal, which is a Mars planet, it has south direction, and the Rasi that it governs is the 1st and the 8th, 1 and 8 number. Then next is the Buddha, Mercury, it governs the north direction, and the Rasi that comes under him, it is 3rd and the 6th one. Then Guru, Jupiter, direction is northeast, and the Rasi is 9th and 12th one. Then Shukra, Venus, that is southeast direction, and it governs the 2nd and the 7th Rasi. Then Saturn, Sunny, that governs the west direction. These directions you have to note down because in Astro Vastu these are useful later. And it governs the 10th and the 11th Rasi. For Rahu and Ketu, normally we don't have any Rashis, but direction is there, which is southwest for Rahu, and for Ketu it is normally northeast, but in northeast it is the place, of the puja sthan or the asan we sit in the puja sthan, or it is the, the dhaja, the flag that we have on the temple. Not so in northeast it is Jupiter, and along with Jupiter there is some place that is given to Ketu, like that. So now going to the color. So sun has, lal color or sham color, that is like oranges, red, something like that. That is governed by sun planet. And the moon has white color. Then Mangal, Mars has red. Buddh has Mercury. Buddh, Mercury is given green color. Guru, Jupiter governs yellow color. And there are different shades in this, but we cover here the main colors. Shukra, Venus is extreme white, just not the normal white, but it is bright white, which you can call. Saturn is totally opposite, black color, and Rahu has blue color, and Ketu has checks, any color with checks or any multicolor. So that is governed by Ketu. Okay, so I will move to my next slide here now, and here we will see the name of the Rashis also now, along with their English name, the Lord of each Rashi, and what is their nature and what is the 5 element. So Mangal, Mesh Rashi, the first one, the Lord is Mangal, and the English name is Aries. So Mesh is Maris, Aries, and male female is there in sequence. And if you see the nature, it has Char, movable Rashi, it is called as. So this movable, stable, and dual. Again, this is the one thing that you have to remember, because that will be useful in our Astro Vastu work when we do. Even the Tattva, the 5 elements, of each Rasi, that also we need to remember. So, you make those tables, all this. So the Mesh Rasi, it governs the fire element, the Agni Tattva, and the color is red. So Vrishabha, it is Shukra planet, and the Lord is Shukra. The English name is Taurus, and it comes under Sthir Rasi, stable Rasi. And the Tattva is Earth Tattva, Prithvi, which is yellow. Then Mithun, the Lord is Buddh, and English name is Gemini. Then it is a dual swabhav, dual nature. So it is movable and stable, both come in this dual nature. And it is air, air tattva, Vayu, and it is green color. So Kark, that is governed by moon, Cancer, and it is, nature is movable, and the tattva is Jal, fire, Jal tattva, water, white color. Basically it is neutral or, transparent, but for understanding purpose we tell white. Okay. So now if you see, movable, stable, and dual, Char, Sthir, these swabhav is governed by 3 Rashis, and then from 4th again it is, same, movable, stable, and dual. But in Tattva, if you see, after every 4th Rasi it changes. Fire, earth, air, and water, and then again fire, earth. So this sequence we have to remember. So it is, 1 number, 5 number, and 9 number, these 3 Rasis together, they relate to fire energy. And also they have a particular direction that it governs, which is east direction. The second, 6 and 10, they govern the earth direction, the earth element, but the direction they govern is the south direction. Then third one, the combination is of 3, 3rd number Rasi, 7th and 11th number. and it governs the west direction. Similarly, the fourth Rasi, 8th and 12th, it governs water element, and it governs the north direction. And these four directions, these are also called as the cardinal directions in the in the Vastu technical understanding purpose. Because any Vastu has 8 directions normally counting, and 4 are what is called as the cardinal directions, and the other 4 are called as the sub cardinal. So here the combination of 3 rasis each is governed with these cardinal directions. Moving on to the further 7th Rasi, which is the Tula. The English name is Libra, governed by Shukra, and again it is movable, and the Tattva is air, Vayu, which has green color. And Vrishik, the Lord is Mangal, English name is Scorpio, and it is stable. And water Tattva, transparent or white color. And a Dhanu, which is also Sagittarius, governed by Jupiter. The nature is dual, and the element is fire, Agni, red color. Makar, which is governed by Saturn. Capricorn is the English name. It comes under movable form, and it comes under the Tattva of Earth, Prithvi. And the color is yellow. And a Kumbh, which is also governed by Saturn. The English name is Aquarius, and it has stable nature, and it comes under the Tattva of air, Vayu, green color. And Meen, which is governed by Jupiter, Pisces being the English name, and it is of dual nature, and it has the Tattva of Jal, water, white. Okay, so here we complete this side, and I'll move to another one. And so here if you see, now I'm talking about the self Rasi of individual planets here. In the previous slide, we saw the 12 different Rasis. So here I'm combining this, which is governed by which planet. And also the next 2 columns, they are talking about what is exaltation or debility, that is Ucha Sthana and Nicha Sthana of a particular planet, in which rasis they come under exaltation or debilitation. So here Sun, it has one Rasi which is governed by Leo, Simha, and a Moon which is governed by Karka, Cancer Rasi. Mars, Mangal, it governs 2 Rasis, Aries and Scorpio, the first number and the 8th number. Then Budh, Mercury, it governs Gemini and Virgo, which is the 3rd and the 6th Rasi. Then Jupiter, Guru, it is governed by Sagittarius or Pisces, the 9th and the 12th Rasi. Then Shukra, Venus, which is governed by Libra, which governs Libra and Vrishab, 2 Rasis, the 2nd and the 7th one. And then Sun is Saturn, that is governed, it governs Capricorn and Aquarius, the 10th and the 11th Rasi. Now, if you see the exaltation and debilitation column, so Sun gets exalted in Aries and it gets debilitated in Libra. So it is any planet, if it gets exalted in any one Rasi, if you see opposite of that, in that opposite of the Rasi where it is exalted, it gets debilitated. So this is one clue that we can remember. So Moon, it gets exalted in Taurus. So in Vrishik, that is the opposite sign, the 8th number Rashi. There it gets debilitated. Then Mangal, in Makar, Capricorn, it gets exalted. The opposite, the Karka, the Cancer Rashi, it gets debilitated. Then Budh, Mercury, it gets exalted in Virgo, and it gets debilitated in Pisces, Meen Rasi. Similarly, Jupiter, in Kark, it gets exalted, and in Capricorn, it gets debilitated. And Shukra, in Pisces, it gets exalted, and in Virgo, it gets debilitated. Saturn, in Libra, Tula Rasi, it is exalted, and in Aries, Rasi, Mesh Rasi, it gets debilitated. Okay, so now here we have covered these 2. So you have to write down, जो भी आपको समझा, try to make notes, and you have to then make however easy way you can make it readable for you. You take such notes then, and then also practice. So now here we will be covering now all the 12 rasis. They are connected with 12 different body parts. So, and again, this is important from point of view of doing remedies. So you can write down, हाथ से लिखे फोटोग्राफ लेने के बदले, है ना, तो वो आपको प्रैक्टिस रहेगा फटाफट लिखने का और याद रखने के लिए. So practice will help you a lot. So Aries is the head, head region हमारा जो है, Aries governs that part. Then coming down, neck region is governed by Taurus. And Gemini, it governs the hands and the shoulders. Then Cancer, it governs the chest region. And the Leo Rasi, it governs, 4 to 5 fingers below chest. जो हमारा rib cage है, the rib cage that we have, when we press, the hole that starts initially, just 1 or 2 fingers below that, you can say that it is Leo. And the navel area is Virgo. Then 3 to 4 fingers below navel is the Libra sign that comes there. The sex organs or the male female organs which are there, the reproductive organs and the excretion area, that is governed by Scorpio. Then Sagittarius governs the thighs, Capricorn governs our knees. Then the lower part of the feet is governed by Aquarius, and the feet, they are governed by Pisces Rasi. So this is a chart, a normal chart. When you open any horoscope and put the birth details, so this is how it comes. So different softwares have different way of presentation. So in this chart, if you see, the 1, 2, 3 numbers in blue, they are written in normal numerical form, but actually they are the fixed house, first house, second house. In many you will find written in Roman numbers, and many that is not written at all. But still, it represents the first house. So this is first. It is going to be the first house, whether it is written or not written. But if you come below, there is also one number written, which is relating to Rasi. So this can change. Here any number can come between 1 and 12, depending upon, when that ascendant Lagna, was arised in the eastern part, on the eastern horizon. So accordingly, this number will change. Otherwise, this house, they are fixed. So here, to read this chart, what we have to tell is, the Saturn, it is in first house, and it is in the Aries Rasi. Similarly, the Mars, the Ketu, the Sun, the Moon, all these 4 planets, they are in 5th house, in the 5th Rasi. So that is one way of understanding, when we see a chart. And now here we will see, about the northern and the southern, because in south side, they follow this square type of horoscope, which is also called as southern style, in chart reading. And this is normally is followed here in, Maharashtra or Delhi, northern sides or the western sides of India, the northern side of northern style, in chart reading. So what is the basic difference between the two? The northern style, it moves on anti-clockwise. So when you place any Rasi in the Lagna Sthan, any number, the other number followed goes in anti-clockwise direction. And here the what we call is the house is fixed. First house, second house, third house, like that. But in the southern style, there is a difference. Here the Rasi is fixed, not the house. And the numbers, they go, clockwise direction. So here the reading goes in clockwise, and here in anti-clockwise.